what do you say we start with the Phillies and the Reds? And there's a bit of a question mark looming over this game, Drew, in the sense that we do not know who's starting for the Phillies. I'm going to go out on a limb and say whoever they go with is not as good as Chase Burns, who the Reds are going with. But how do you do this? We're kind of putting you in a tough spot here. I apologize. I didn't choose the game, Drew. But we're putting you in a tough spot here where one of the teams hasn't announced a starting pitcher. Talk to us how you would break this one down.
Yeah, BP. I mean, to tell you the truth, I come at this with the same approach that you do. I mean, no matter who they choose really from their list of possible starters, which to tell you the truth, I got to give a shout out to Fangraphs. When you ask how do I approach this, I go to Fangraphs and they have a probable starter sheet. Now, granted, it's not 100%, and there's other probable starter sheets out there. Fangraphs is the best one that I've found. I would say they're hitting it 70-ish%, which when you're looking at a probable starter with a big question mark, particularly on the day of the game, right? Like when you're not finding the starter for a team on the day of the game, that means it's a big question mark. Because if it's the day before, then they're still sorting through things. But the day of the game, that means they might just be tossing out, full bullpen game. So I say, Chase Burns better than whoever they're going to throw out for the Phillies. I mean, the number 2 pick out of Wake Forest, 10-1 on the season, 9 straight decisions. He's getting the win in them, 2.4 ERA. Cincinnati's not necessarily a team I'm looking to bet on, BP. I mean, they are last in the NL Central Division. But with him on the hill, and I know record with starting pitchers isn't everything in baseball. This isn't my first rodeo. But when a guy's 10-1, things are starting to line up. So Cincinnati, low water mark, -135, -140 is out there. That's the way I would look in this one, BP, is the Big Red Machine at home in the Queen City.
All right. Drew says, who cares who's starting for the Phillies? Chase Burns is better. And we know the Phillies, Drew, score less on the road than they do at home. I concur, by the way, with your assessment of Fangraphs. It's funny whenever there's certain things like Randy Vasquez Fangraphs profile. It always says you visit it often because I'm always checking that ERA versus expected ERA over there. So a great resource. If you don't use it yourself already, you should. So there was some asked questions in the chat. I guess some people missed the free play. I'll just reiterate it right now. I like the under in Blue Jays Giants today's day game. I'll go back over that in a little bit when we're done with Drew. But Drew, we've got a game out in the NL West to talk about as well. Diamondbacks and Padres. It looked like we were heading for a slugfest last night. It was 4-1 after the first inning. And then we didn't get another run the rest of the game. It's not often you see that. So talk to us. How are you approaching today's game? This is the third game of the series. Arizona won 8-0 in the series opener on Monday.
This is an interesting one as well. Nightcap might get more tickets written here. Petco Park, beautiful there in Southern California. Problem is the Padres, in my opinion, aren't playing great baseball. And sure enough, the Diamondbacks have overtaken them there, second and third place, the old swap in the NL West division. Now, looking at the Diamondbacks, I mean, Cabrera, Jose Cabrera, I believe. I haven't seen him pitch much. He's a 24-year-old Dominican-born rookie. It's only his 4th start. Decent numbers overall. And I think he can manage, through the Padres lineup, which, let's face it, has not been all that great of shakes. You go full season, you go even the last month. I mean, middle of the pack is putting it nicely for the Padres, and their bullpen hasn't been all that great. We've known the Padres relief arms over the last couple years to come in and be one of the better bullpens. It really hasn't worked out this year. So I actually give the later inning edge to the Diamondbacks. Michael King, overall, he's had some ups and downs, particularly against the better lineups. Problem is the Diamondbacks haven't been hitting righties all that great. They're a lot better against lefties. Still at -145, this is not a best bet by any means, BP. But if you're needing something West Coast later, the late night special, the degenerate special, if you will, I would look towards the Diamondbacks catching a plus price here.
Yeah, you talked about San Diego's bullpen, Drew. We all know about Mason Miller, but it's crazy. Even with Miller, since June 1st, the Padres bullpen has allowed 4th most runs in all of baseball. Yeah. So, guys, Drew mentioned the Padres bullpen and how it has not been up to snuff. He's not lying. Drew, I was not lying when I mentioned that you have been seeing it quite well in Major League Baseball. Number one over the last 30 days, even hotter as of late. Was it 12-2? Your last 14 I'm seeing here? Congrats,
Yeah.
man. Talk about what you got going on, what you've been doing, and most importantly, what you've got going on today over at WagerTalk.com.
Sure, BP. Well, I appreciate the shout out, man. And yeah, I've just been seeing it well. The last 2 months, just grinding away. And when you get kind of organized and you get your process going and things start lining up, it's like a snowball in this business with sports betting. So some of the angles are starting to line up. And got one today. We didn't break down here on the show, so you can check that out. And also got a couple circled for tomorrow and Friday I really like. And I know, BP, you have some of those specials up as well, but that's probably the way to go, whether it be 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, or we got that great special. You get college football opening day, opening weekend as well, and the rest of Major League Baseball. So definitely something to check out there for sure, BP.